What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me, which is one of my favorite videos to film. So we're just going to get ready. The very first thing I'm going to do is use this Anastasia shimmer oil. I've been loving this. It just feels so good on the skin, and it just gives that light like shimmer. It's good. I actually used this the other day, or like last weekend or something, to go to a friend's party, and it was amazing because my legs were super tan, and then I just put this on top and they just looked really pretty. So I feel like it just makes your body look good, but I'm just gonna put a little bit. If I'm putting this on the legs, I will just directly spray it on the legs, but I just don't want to get my top dirty, obviously. So I'm just gonna put a little bit here. It also smells amazing. So for primer, I am going to use one of my favorites, the Huda Beauty primer, because I do want to use my L'Oreal True Match, and I just want like a nice, pretty, dewy face for the summertime. Even though, you guys, is it too bright? Is the lighting too bright? Let's see. No, because then this would be too dark. At least I think I'm right, because sometimes when I go back and edit, I'm like, no, you should have left it like that. Like, it's just so hard to tell. But anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, even though today it was raining. It's actually stopped now, but it was raining like crazy this morning. Like, I was driving this morning and I literally felt like, I know this is crazy, but I felt like it was like an alternate universe where I was literally driving in the ocean. There was about like a foot of water on Lakeshore Boulevard in Toronto. There was like literally this much water on the highway. And when you're driving like on the highway, like we had to go slower, so we're driving like 70, and you're going through this much water, the water just all splashes on you, and like literally for a couple seconds every like little while, I couldn't see anything. Like, you just see a bunch of water on your windshield. Like I literally felt like I was driving in the ocean, and there was just like waves. Like, it was intense. So I was like, I need to get home, and I'm just gonna film a video today. So here we are. I am getting ready to go absolutely nowhere. What else is freaking new, Amy? But I'm just getting ready to feel cute and to chat with you guys, because this is what I do. I film YouTube videos and put on makeup to go nowhere. This is me. This is my life, guys. So I'm gonna use the L'Oreal True Match, which is my favorite. Every time I use this foundation, oh my god, I didn't even wet my beauty blender. I hate when I do that. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I'm way too lazy to wash my sponges right now. Just way too lazy. I don't want no judging, because I know y'all do it too. So let's not act like we're saints here. Okay, shake that up. I'm using the color W6, but yeah, every time I use this foundation, I get hella compliments, and people think that like they're always like, what foundation are you wearing? And they're expecting me to say like Lancome, Dior, and I'm like, L'Oreal True Match, and every single time, it never fails. They're like, really? From the drugstore? Like, every time people say that, it's like, it's hilarious to watch. It's like entertainment at this point. What was I gonna chat to you guys about? Yeah, I don't know. I love filming these types of videos. It's so refreshing to me. I don't know why. Every time I film a chit chat get ready with me, I feel like I can just take a breath of air and like let some guards down and just like be chill and like be even more myself. I don't know. I think it's because it's much more of a relaxing video, so it's just more loose and chill. Anyways, yeah, I just feel so much more connected to you guys when I film these types of videos, and recently I have just been on like a subconscious, not an intentional, but a subconscious social media break. I realized the other day when I was at the beach and I was just walking along the shore, I was like, I have not been on social media that much this past month. Like, literally my Instagram stories like are so dry. My tweets, like I just haven't been on social media much. I don't know if you guys noticed. But yeah, and it was totally subconscious, not intentional, but I think I've subconsciously just like retracted from the social media world a little bit, which is kind of hard to balance because this is my job. Like, I'm an influencer and social media is my job, YouTube and Instagram and everything. So it's like balancing trying to stay relevant with like subconsciously needing a social media cleanse break. So that's been interesting, but like I said, it was totally intentional. I mean, unintentional. I also asked you guys the other day on Instagram if you had any situations going on right now in your life that you needed some advice on, because today I'm going to be answering some Amy's advice questions. So I'm going to do that a little bit later in the video. I feel so cute today, you guys. I don't know why, but I just really feel cute. I'm obsessed with my top, even though it's so simple. It's just so cute. It's actually cropped. I just picked this up recently from Misguided. I'll link it down below if you guys want. I actually should have told you guys while I had no makeup on, so I could have showed you my under eye, but you can always scroll back and look. But anyways, I've actually been in the process of thinking and just contemplating getting under eye filler. I've seen so many before and after photos, and I'm just like stunned by the way the under eye filler looks. It looks so good. Like, you just look 5 years younger, first of all, which I don't need that, obviously. I look like, I feel like I'm beautiful. I don't need that, obviously. But you just look like, not even 5 years younger, not even that. You look like awake, like alive and awake, because it gets rid of like that dark shadow, the purpley under eye, and also the hollowness, like just this like hollow shell that tends to, you know, the under eye bags. So I've really been contemplating it, and I actually asked you guys to recommend me some salon or some clinics in Toronto that are good, and a bunch of you recommended this one clinic that I'm actually really like, I'm interested in, and they actually reached out to me too, which was just funny because I was interested in them already and then they reached out to me. So it's possible. Like, I'm thinking about it. I told them that I just want to like think about it, and they totally understood. So I've been thinking about it, to be honest with you, for maybe maybe like 2 months now. I'm just gonna take a little bit more time to think about it, but I just feel like it's amazing because when I wear no makeup nowadays, my under eye, I just can't help but notice how like dead my under eyes look. So every time I wear not every time, but sometimes when I wear no makeup now, I literally will go into my beauty room quickly and just put a little bit of concealer there, tap it out with my finger, and then I won't wear any other makeup. But it's like, I still feel like I always need concealer because my under eye just looks so dead and dull. And as soon as I put the concealer on, it's brightened and I feel like you just look alive. So how amazing would it be to have under eye filler and just be able to walk out with literally no makeup on, and you don't need anything on your eye, and you look alive and awake. So I don't know, I'm thinking about trying it, you guys. If any of you have actually gotten it, let me know your thoughts and if you love it. I've heard a lot of amazing things, like people just are like absolutely obsessed with it. One thing is for sure, you guys, you don't have to worry about me going crazy with fillers, like, because one thing I personally don't like, it's not my personal taste, is I don't like a face like full of fillers. Like, I just feel like it looks overdone. So just know, if I ever were to do it, I would only get a small amount and just very natural looking. That's just, you know what I mean? I wouldn't get carried away because it's just not my personal taste. Everyone is different, of course. But another thing too, I've always talked to you guys about this in the past, like I have been wanting my top lip filled. I mean, obviously if I did my top lip, I would do a little bit in the bottom, but overall it's mainly, I love my bottom lip. Like, it's pretty plump and it's pretty big, but my top lip just damn near disappears. So I would love to kind of get my top lip a little bit fuller. I've wanted that for literally since, for about 4 or 5 years now. I've wanted my lips filled, but I just never got it because I just really, I kind of fought it off for a while, and then I kind of did forget about it for a while, but recently it's just been on my mind again. So yeah, I am really contemplating getting my under eye and my lips filled. But again, with the lips, like I literally would not get a lot, you guys. Like, I think the way it works is like half a syringe, 1 syringe, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. I would literally just do half. And I know everybody says that, and like they'll go back and then afterwards they'll do 1 and then they'll do 2. Not happening with me. I personally love my lips ish. I just feel like they need a little bit of plumping on the top. So I wouldn't get carried away and do a lot. I just think, what a time to be alive. Like, I know fillers and plastic surgery is so controversial, but I've just never, it's not my personality to be like the au naturel girl. Like, I've never been like, no, I want to age gracefully and just be au naturel. That's never been me. I'm always just like, I am here for the beauty tips. Like, I am here for the makeup, I'm here for the glam, I'm here for coloring my hair, I'm here for the fillers and plastic surgery if it makes you happy and if you're enhancing certain things. Where I draw the line though is obviously, and again, this is just my opinion, I'm not dogging anybody, because at the end of the day, I feel like you should just do what makes you happy, and if you're currently happy, what the fuck does it matter what I think, right? But I feel like I'm talking a lot, I'm kind of out of breath. Yeah, so where I personally draw the line is when it goes too far and like you just start to look too fake, and like overdone. That I don't like. I do like when everything still looks natural, but it's not. It's like a no makeup look in the filler world. It's like, did you get filler? Is she naturally like that? No one would ever know. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I draw the line. Like, I just wouldn't get a lot done type of thing, but that's where I draw the line. Anyways, as I was saying, what a time to be alive, because I just feel like it's great that we have all these things that can just enhance us. And I'm not here to age gracefully, okay? Y'all can age gracefully if you want. Not me. Not me, not today. You're not gonna catch me slipping, okay?
No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am.
But like I said, there's obviously a line where you just, like, I personally just don't like when it looks overdone. But I just think it's great that we have all these little things we can do. A little fill there, a little nip and tuck there, you know what I'm saying? But anyways. Yeah, so I'm really debating on getting my under eye filled and my top lip. So we shall see. If I do that, it's possible that I'll vlog it, but it's also possible that I'll just keep the experience private at that moment, but I'll obviously tell you guys. That's just, again, another personal preference of mine. If I ever did do that, I would just tell you guys that I did it, because I just want, I don't think people owe it to their subscribers, but I would just want to just like, I just like to put things out there, because I don't want anybody to ever, like, the thing is, a lot of you guys are like, oh my god, like, you're so perfect, and I just don't ever want to like get my lip filled and people are like, she's so perfect, like, her, like, look, she was blessed with such beautiful lips, and it's just like, they're fake, like, you know what I mean? That's where I stand. Like, I personally am just like, I don't want anybody idolizing me when I didn't even idolize me. Like, I clearly got stuff, I haven't gotten anything done right now, but you know what I mean? Like, in the future, if I did, I wouldn't want anybody to idolize something that's not even real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just want to like be open and honest and be like, yeah, I've done that or did this or whatever. But yeah, I mean, obviously I haven't had anything done, but that would just be me if I did. Just know that I would tell you guys. I don't think I'm gonna bake today. We're not gonna do that. Whew, I'm out of breath. Goddamn. This is the thing with me. I will go MIA and not post on social media for forever, and then when I do come back, I'm like Chatty Cathy. Like, I can't stop talking. I have been so completely obsessed with Love Island. Here's the thing. When I talked about Love Island in my last video, I think there was only like 3 or 4 comments about it, and I'm just like, guys. And I think it's because Love Island is actually a show from the UK, and obviously a lot of my viewers are from the US. So for those of you who are watching and you're from the US and you have not heard of Love Island, please do yourself a favor. Don't even do me a favor. Do yourself a favor and just YouTube Love Island trailer or some type of situation and just watch a clip. You are going to be obsessed. So let me explain how amazing this show is. First of all, it's from the UK. So you got all the amazing accents, which is just entertaining for me. But besides that, obviously, there's literally like, I think 60 episodes in each season, which is incredible. Pretty much they're on the island for, I don't know the exact amount of time. I think it's like 6 weeks or 5 weeks, whatever. And they film every single day. And the show is actually, it gives 7 days a week. So the show comes on 7 days a week, and it's live. Not live, like not real time live, but like the episode that you see today, for example, the episode that I'll watch tonight just happened like 2 days ago or like a day ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not an extremely edited show in the sense where it happened 5 months ago and we're just watching it now. You also get to live vote. So like, they'll be like, who do you want to kick off the island or whatever, or who's your favorite couple, and you get to vote, and your vote is who sends the person home, because again, like I said, it's live-ish, like, you know what I mean? It's a dope-ass show. Just know that it's a dope-ass show. And there's also, because it is live-ish, they don't really have time to do much editing, so there is not a lot of editing in the show. Everything you're seeing is pretty, like, raw. There's also not, like, there is a host, but she's not there all the time. Like, they'll get text messages to, like, host the show and, like, tell them, like, what to do. Like, okay, you guys are gonna play a challenge or whatever, but there's not, like, a host. It just feels like, you know what it feels like? I know I'm probably rambling. You know what it feels like? It feels like there's like a security camera in the hotel or in the villa on the island, and it feels like we're watching through the security camera. because that's how raw the footage is. Like, it doesn't feel like there's like a film crew and like it's been edited and this happened 5 months ago. It's genius. And now they actually just launched it in the US too, and I was like, girl, please, US, do not ruin it. Do not butcher this show. I was hoping and praying they would keep it as raw and real, and they would also do it 7 days a week. And guess what? They have, you guys. Like, I was hoping they wouldn't ruin it, but they have. I actually only watched 1 episode so far of the US one because I cannot keep up. I have binge watched season 5, which is the current season, but because it's the current season, I'm all caught up and I'm kind of waiting every day for every episode, so I'm all caught up on that. Then I started binge watching season 4, so then it was just like becoming too much to juggle season 5 and season 4 and the Love Island US season 1. Like, I was juggling 3 seasons of Love Island at once, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm starting to get confused on like the cast members. So I stopped Love Island US because it's just recording on like my TV. Like, I have it recorded on my thingy. So I'll just catch up on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll let the episodes pile up and then I'll binge watch that. But I need to finish season 5 and 4 for right now. But it is so good, you guys. There's so many episodes and it's just incredible. Pretty much you just have a bunch of single people on an island and they have to couple up, and it's just lots of just drama, and it's just amazing. It's such a great show. I'm obsessed with it. My favorite was Amber and Michael, like I said in my last video. But as we all know, I'm not going to do any spoilers, but there's been some drama that's happening, and all I'm going to say is skip like 30 seconds from now, so I don't spoil anything for anyone. But all I'm going to say is I believe that Amber deserves better, even though I love them together. I really do. It hurts me to say it, but I just know logically, when I take my emotions out of it and I look at the situations, Amber deserves 100% better. I am not happy at all with the way that Michael has acted. He has, and it's funny because he loves to call Amber immature, but I'm like, you've literally handled this situation so immaturely. So immaturely. Like, he loves to call her immature, and he's literally the most immature of them all. He could have sat her down, had a just straight up conversation with her, but instead he decided to trash talk her like this, like turn on her like this. Like, it's just, woo! She deserves a lot better. That's all I'm gonna say. So I actually had something like a random thought that I was having in the shower the other day. And as I was having this thought, I was like, I need to like chit chat with them about that in the chit chat Get Ready With Me. So the other day I was thinking in the shower, like, things I've had a lot on my plate recently. You guys know I have the new house that I'm building. I'm also I'm blessed, not complaining at all, but I have a lot going on with work right now. Like, I've just been getting there's lots going on with work right now. And so it feels like everything is happening at once, which is, to be honest, I've had so many blessings this year. Has been one of the best years. Like, everything is going right, and I'm so grateful. But obviously there's just been a lot on my plate. So I was thinking the other day, like, I was thinking about how in life, like, you know, when there's a lot on your plate and you just get super stressed out, like, for a little while there, I was getting very stressed out. Like, there's a lot going on, and I was just like, how do I juggle everything? But then I stopped, and I was like, look, Sugar's gonna come in. Hi, my boy. I love you. Can you just relax while I film, please? Sugar's very needy, so when I'm filming, he just wants love and attention. Not today, boy, or not now. Anyways, then I stopped, and I was like, hold on a minute. I realized something that us as humans, or at least most people do, we're never satisfied. It's like we spend our whole life wanting things, right? And then when those same things we wanted so bad and wished for so bad happen, then we get so stressed and overwhelmed because too many things are happening at once. And it's just like, seriously? Then what's the point? Like, I spent so many years having my number one goal being buying my dream starter home. That was like my goal. You guys know I could not stop talking about it. I wanted to buy a home, I wanted to buy a home, I wanted to buy a home. That's what I wanted. Also wanted my career to go amazing. So these are the things I wanted, and they are happening. So why are you allowing yourself to get so stressed out that you're not even enjoying, like, it's happening right now. What you wished for years ago is happening right now, and you're not stopping to enjoy it. It's absolutely pathetic if you think about it. It's pathetic. Believe me, to be honest with you, when I think about that, my next thought is, you know what? Let's be realistic. Like, it would be naive of me to be like, no, you should just be happy regardless, which, yes, you should be happy, but we're humans. Regardless, when your plate is full, regardless if your plate is full of negative things or positive things, I'm sure the negative is definitely, of course, much more harder to handle. But regardless, when your plate is full, it can be very overwhelming. Like, oh my God, like schedule wise, how do I do that? How do I fit everything? So yes, it can definitely be overwhelming and stressful, but what you need to do then is you need to stop, create a schedule, organize everything so you can get everything done, and stop and just be positive and try to enjoy what's happening right now. Because like I said, the same things that I was praying and wishing to happen, I think the lighting got a little dark. The same things I was praying and wishing to happen are happening right now. And we never stopped to just blink and enjoy it. You know, we're always like focused on the future, the future, the future, the future. Well, your future that you were dreaming of 5 years ago is happening right now and you're not enjoying it because you're now thinking about the next 5 years. It's just like, it's this pathetic cycle. I just noticed that, like, as human beings, we're never satisfied. And I caught myself doing that for like a little, like 2 weeks. I was starting to get overwhelmed, and then I caught myself doing that. I put that shit to bed because I'm like, honestly, Amy, this is such a great time in your life right now. You are not going to ruin it by just letting your emotions look too far in the future and get so stressed out. Like, this is, you're blessed. Like, you're blessed. Like, I am so freaking blessed to even be able to build my dream starter home. So I'm not gonna let that shit get in the way. I'm gonna enjoy the experience, be super zen. Nobody's gonna mess up my vibes. I'm gonna stay really organized with my schedule so that I can try to minimize the stress and I can just be happy. You know what I'm saying? I just think as humans, we're so unsatisfied. So I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about that, to just inspire you if you're currently going through a situation where you're feeling stressed, but like you're having positive things. Like, for example, you're moving out into like a new place, or if you are, having a baby or whatever, just all these amazing blessings that can definitely be stressful at the same time. We gotta try to just stop, zen out, and just be positive, a good mindset, and just enjoy everything. So yeah, some food for thought for y'all. Look at my little baby back there. Okay, so I screenshotted a bunch questions that you guys asked, like things that you needed advice on. So someone said this, which was super important, and I really want to talk about this. Someone said, how do I deal with feeling like I'm always comparing my life to my friend's life? How do I stop that? This is so important, you guys. You cannot compare. And one thing that's really annoying about being on social media is people are constantly comparing me and my sister, and it's one of the most annoying things, because everybody is an individual on this earth and we all walk different paths. So something that I might choose to do, another person might not choose to do, or something that this person achieved, maybe this person didn't achieve, and maybe this person achieved what they didn't achieve. It's just like, can we not compare? But not even that, sometimes it happens within ourselves where we're like comparing ourselves to our friends or our family or just people on the internet and on Instagram. Especially nowadays, you have 20-year-olds that are so successful, and sometimes you're like, well, why isn't that me? We all just got different paths. It is just, you just cannot compare. What you have to understand is, at the end of the day, it's hard, but you have to be confident in yourself and be happy with your own journey. So this is what I truly believe. I truly believe if you're constantly comparing your life to your friend's life or your family's life, and in like a negative way, then the reality is you're really not happy with your own life then, because you're searching, you've got wandering eyes. It's almost like when you're in a relationship, sorry, my thing is itchy, I'm trying to itch it. So it's almost like when someone's in a relationship and they've got like wandering eyes and they're looking at other people like, ooh, I wonder if they would be like, if they're better for me, whatever. You've got wandering eyes because you're not happy in your current situation. So you just got to sit down and be like, you know what? Why am I not happy? What do I need to do? And start setting goals for yourself and start pushing towards that, and just focus on yourself. I always say, stay in your own lane. Don't switch lanes. Don't be asking everyone else what they're doing in their lane. Stay in your lane, focus on yourself, and don't worry about the rest. And mind your business. No, I'm joking. Okay, so that's my thoughts on that. And then the next question is, my boyfriend will be leaving. I thought this was kind of interesting. I wanted you guys in the comment section to see what your thoughts were. So someone said, my boyfriend will be leaving my sister's graduation party early to watch a boxing match. What are your thoughts? I don't know. I think it depends. I think if you as a person have a problem with that and you feel like your sister's graduation should be prioritized, over him leaving early, then you have to stand firm on that and tell him that's not okay, that's not happening. So if that's your opinion, you stand by that. But then there's also going to be some girls that are like, yeah, it's not really a big deal, like it's just a party, like he doesn't need to be there till the end, it's not a big deal. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, I think that whatever, you have to ask yourself, how do I feel about that? Am I okay with that, or does that bother me? If that bothers you, you got to tell him, hey, that bothers me, and I'm letting you know that's not okay, you're not leaving. And then if it doesn't bother you, then it doesn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's just, like, relationships and people are so complex. There's certain things that are going to bother me that are not going to bother someone else, and vice versa. So I think you just have to ask yourself, what are your thoughts on it? Are you okay with it? Okay, so someone says, I've liked someone for a long, long time, but we barely interact or talk. I tell myself that maybe one day it'll happen. We do see each other when there's a party with mutual friends, but then there's other guys that would like to talk / date me. Should I let it go and move on? We have good chemistry with each other, and we definitely know we have a thing for each other. I'm just afraid he'll never make a move and have left all the other chances pass. So honestly, at the end of the day, if it's been a while where you guys are going back and forth, I don't like to be the one to make the first move, but if you are okay with making the first move and you maybe just want to like suck it up and bite the bullet, I think you could just suck it up and bite the bullet and just be like, hey, do you want to go out sometime? If you like, you can just message him and ask him, I guess, like straight up. Like at the end of the day, and I know some girls are probably watching this like, no, Amy, not a good look. Do not make the first move, which usually I would agree with. I personally would never make the first move. That's just me. But the mature side of me and the logical side of me and the diplomatic, is diplomatic the right word? I'm not sure. Let me know. But the diplomatic side of me wants to look at both sides and be like, you never really know. What if he's just a super shy guy and he's afraid of you rejecting him? Like, we have to also think of what it is from his perspective. Maybe you just gotta try first. And if it's bothering you this much, you might just feel better by just trying and either putting it to rest, or it might even turn into something. So yeah, I feel like just try. Okay, so I'm gonna put this pretty pink blush on. I don't think Anastasia sells these little palettes anymore. They do sell a really similar one in like a little trio, so I'll link that one below. So someone asked for advice on saving for a mortgage, how not to blow all your money. So I've talked about this a little bit in my last Chit Chat Get Ready With Me, but my number one thing is to set a budget. Budget, budget, budget. Every single person on this earth needs to have a budget. Not only do you need to have a budget, you need to be actually following that budget. So make a budget. I like to use the Mint app. A lot of people wanted me to link it last time, so I will actually link it down below. I'm not sponsored or anything, but Mint, if you're watching this, sponsor your girl, because I love that app. I use it all the time. Yeah, Mint app, you literally just create your budget. And so you'll put like groceries for the month, a little bit of extra shopping money. It depends how much room you have. It depends how much income you have and then what your expenses are. If you have a little bit extra room, you can add a little bit of extra shopping money, but I try to keep my shopping on the low. Something that I like to do is, anytime I shop now, I like to ask myself 2 questions. Number 1, is this a need or a want? And then mainly 90% of the times I'll only buy needs. We're humans, so sometimes I'll buy wants. And then the other question I'll ask myself is this an item you're going to declutter in 6 months to a year? Because I noticed that a lot of times we go through like these declutterings. We're decluttering our closet, decluttering our drawers, decluttering our makeup things. And it's just like, all these things you're decluttering are things you literally wasted money on a year ago or 6 months ago. And it's like, so I like to ask myself now, you know what, is this something I'm gonna be over in a few months? Another thing I like to do too is wait before I buy something. So if I really want something, so for example, let's just say I'm like, you know what, I really want a new desk. This new desk that I'm thinking of for my room, I really want that. What I'll do is I'll actually wait now, and I'll actually wait a few weeks. If like 4 to 6 weeks pass by, and I still want that desk, okay, cool, buy it. But 9 times out of 10, I'm over it. Don't care about that anymore, moved on to the next thing. Like, we're very fickle as humans when it comes to wants. Like, we're constantly seeing new things and we want this and we want that, but those wants quickly disappear. Like, next week you'll want something new, then the week after that you'll want something else. Like, make yourself wait like 4 weeks, and if you still want it in 4 weeks, then buy it. But 9 times out of 10, you're not even gonna care about it anymore, so you just saved money. So those are like my little 3 rules in terms of saving money. But yeah, you have to have a budget for sure. And also have a goal set aside of money that you're going to save every month. Like, hey, you know what? No matter what your income is, you could save $5 every month, or you could save $5,000. I don't care what your income is. You got to hold yourself accountable. You have to hold. I don't care if you're saving 5 cents every day. Hold yourself accountable. What your income and what your expenses are do not matter. It matters in the sense where, of course, maybe you're not going to be able to save $500 a month. That's totally fine, though. You could save 5 cents or just $5. And in 5 years, those $5 are going to turn into something. Like, every little bit matters, and you got to get, to be honest, it's half of that and half of just being in that mindset. Once you get in that mindset, everything makes sense to you money-wise, and you start to realize the bigger picture, pretty much. So yeah, have an amount that you promise yourself you're going to save every month, and have a reminder set on your phone to put that amount in your savings account. Like, don't let yourself slip and don't let yourself slide. Set it on your calendar, set it on your account, and hold yourself accountable. It's super important to hold yourself accountable. The worst thing you can do in your life is lie to yourself, because if you're not truthful to yourself, ain't nobody gonna be. And you're your best friend, and you're the one in your head that knows the truth. So just be honest with yourself. Be honest, be accountable, be a boss bitch. Okay, so the next thing is, someone said, I'm renting an apartment for a year and I'm regretting it now. What should I do? So I'm assuming you've signed a 1-year lease. I'm not sure what the laws are in your area, but I think you can get out of it. But regardless, if you're regretting it because you're renting and you're not buying, I'm not gonna lie, I do think that buying is better than renting, but you're also talking to somebody who rented this place that I'm living in right now for 3.5 years. So I don't think that renting is completely garbage. Like, sometimes you just don't have the money yet to buy, which is totally fine, which was my situation. I wanted to save. I took those 3.5 years to save because I just didn't want to live at home anymore. I wanted my own space. I wanted to be independent. I wanted to get my own puppy, live my own life in my relationship, and be in my own home. Just have my independence. So it was worth it to me to rent so I can have my own space. And then within those 3 years I saved. But I don't think that renting is completely garbage. Like, I always say that I'm honestly so happy that I rented before I owned a home. Like, I rented a home before owning a home because it gave me so much experience. Like, now I have so much experience with so many things that I truly believe that now when I go into my own home, I'm gonna be on point with so many things because I have so much knowledge now. Like, now I know how many times to change the filter, or what not to do in the house to not ruin this or ruin that, or do this or do that. Like, I've practiced it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy with the fact that I rented a home first before owning it. But I do think that overall, if you have money saved up to buy a home, which I know can be really tough depending on your area, if you're lucky and you live in Texas or something like that, then you're good to go. You got like 25-year-olds buying homes in Texas, because literally homes in Texas are like $200K, $300K, and they're beautiful. So if you live in Texas, you're lucky. But if you live in the GTA like me, I mean, you need a ton of money saved up, so it can be really hard. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of like my thoughts on renting versus buying. So someone said, how the hell, in capital letters, do you balance both work and life? Also, how are you? I miss seeing you. Miss you guys too. I actually really missed you guys. Again, like I said, I've been subconsciously taking a social media break, but yeah. So how the hell do you balance work and life? It's actually really hard. So, and I'm not complaining about my job at all, but with job differences, there's pros and cons to everything, and there's differences. So example, my job is going to be different than a nurse's job, or a construction worker's job is going to be different than my job, and it doesn't make his better than mine or mine better than his, and vice versa. It's just different. It's different. You can't compare an apple to an orange when the apple is an apple and an orange is an orange. That's just how I feel. Don't compare. So I'm not complaining at all, but think about how hard it is to balance work and life when you work like a 9 to 5, or when you work in an office or shift work, whatever. It's super hard to balance work and life. Now times that by 10 when you are an entrepreneur and work for yourself and you're your own boss and you work from home. Times that by 10. It is so hard to balance work and life when you work for yourself because there's no line. I don't come home at a certain time and turn that switch off. That switch is constantly on and constantly running. So it is very difficult to balance work and life. What I do is I set like time frames for myself. So I'm like, today at 7 o'clock or today at 6 o'clock, whatever time, I am going to put my editing, my Final Cut Pro down. We are not editing anymore. And I am going to make some dinner, watch some TV, and just relax. Like you kind of have to be your own boss and say you are done at 7 o'clock, or else you're always going to be this running hamster on a wheel and you're never going to be able to balance. So it is super hard to balance work and life, but you just have to be very strict with yourself. So someone said, when is it a good time to get married? My brother proposed to his girlfriend of 7 months, and she put the smacking emoji. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. I gotta say, I'm not completely opposed to it. Do I think it is good to really get to know each other a lot first? Yeah, definitely, because people change, situations change, people grow, and a marriage is much harder to end than a relationship. So I do think that 7 months is quick, but I'm also not here to judge. You've had relationships where people have gotten married really quickly, and they're still together to this day. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on my brows. So yeah, I mean, I think it can be fine. I think at the end of the day, it isn't, like, I'm not trying to be harsh, but at the end of the day, it's not your business and it's his life. And if he wants to get married to her, then they're gonna get married. Like, they're gonna do what they want to do regardless. So you just gotta like chill out and support it. I realized one thing I really learned: we don't have control over our friends or family's life. If we don't agree with something that they're doing, it's okay, because you have your opinion, and maybe you can even let them know, like, hey, I want to warn you about this because I feel like, you know, this might not be so good. Let them know, give them your advice, but then back off. You don't gotta like harass them about it, because at the end of the day, it's their life. You're gonna have to just shut up in a way. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but you're gonna have to like kind of like shut up and be supportive. And I've had to do that in the past too, where I didn't really like something, but I'm like, you know what, I gotta shut up and just be supportive and chill out and back off, because you can't be like aggressively telling people what to do with their life. I learned that the hard way, because I feel like when you care about someone, you get very invested, and you know, you can be like overwhelming, but you might end up actually pushing people away more if you do that. Okay, sorry you guys, I turned off my camera because I wanted to save some battery, but all I did was apply some brown liner, like just lined my upper lid. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm keeping my eyes super simple, and now what I'm gonna do is apply some brown black mascara. So this is actually still pretty black, but it's just a little softer. I actually don't use black mascara anymore because I just don't like how like abrasive and harsh it looks. I like the way this liner looks, but I feel like it would look better if it was like a really dark brown. So I might go in my studio and grab my black liner and just go over it a little bit so that it's like kind of brown blackish. I might do that. All right, so my lashes are on. I used the Bold Lashes in the style Lashes for Days, and these really are lashes for days. They're super long and like wispy. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply a little bit of the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk in my waterline. I'm only gonna do a little bit. This pencil is super pigmented. I feel like that looks really good. And then now what I'm gonna do is, I'm telling you guys, this is the absolute #1 best inner corner highlight if you want that really sparkling, bright, super, super white inner corner highlight. Like, this is the absolute best. I've been using this for years. And then the best inner corner highlight brush ever. I'm telling you, there's just something about this brush that applies the inner corner like none other. I've tried so many brushes and this just does it. This is the E46 inner corner brush by Sigma. I'm gonna take a little bit of this. I wasn't lying to y'all. Do I ever lie to y'all? Like, I'm telling you, this is the best brush and the best inner corner highlight you'll ever try. It's just amazing. Oh yes, I forgot highlight, funny enough. So I'm gonna be using the Milani highlight. I actually really like this. I tested it in my last drugstore video. This is the Strobe Light #2 Day Glow. I don't know how I forgot to apply highlight earlier, but I did. And I think I'm only gonna do a tad little bit, just at the tip. Okay, maybe a little more. Yes, thank you. I don't know how I forgot to highlight before. I really don't. So the last thing I am going to do is use some of this. This is, I've actually been really loving. This is the Watermelon Glow Mist by Glow Recipe. I also love their Watermelon Sleeping Mask Moisturizer. And I'm also going to top the face off with this Glam Glow Glow Setter. You guys also know this is my fave. Okay, so I'm gonna use the KKW 1.5 lip liner. So now I'm kind of debating on using the Charlotte Tilbury or sticking with the KKW 2 Nude. I think I'm gonna just stick with KKW just to keep up the theme. And then the very last step that I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Fenty lip gloss. This is like probably one of my favorite lip glosses ever. Just the formula is amazing. And I love this shade as well. This is the Diamond Milk. So good. And I love the original shade she came out with as well. I actually have that one in my purse. It's so good. A little lipstick on teeth. So look how amazing Diamond Milk is. I thought that this was perfect because it kind of tied into the diamondy white bright inner corner that I have. All right, I love this look. I mean, it's nothing insanely different, but I just love how simple and pretty it is. So I am gonna fix my hairline. Let me do that first or last. All right, you guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. I absolutely loved chit-chatting with you. Oh my God, I had a feeling I had lipstick on my teeth. I loved chit-chatting with you guys, so I hope you enjoyed listening to me chit-chat and giving you guys advice and just talking about certain random topics. Like, thumbs up this video if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and sign up for notifications, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah. Lipstick on your teeth again.